back to the channel. I'm continuing part 2 in Fragile World on the Axolotl page. So I'm going to be bringing in my Prismacolors and deepening up some of these beautiful colors that we see here. So I'm going to start working on the logs, and the pencils I'm using are Prismacolor pencils. Now, as always, I will include in the description below the colors you can use from the Polychromo set. So I'm using for deep shadows Espresso PC1099. I've got PC946 for my midtones and PC941 for my highlighted areas. So what I'm going to do is get started on all the logs. I'm also going to speed up the video so that it doesn't take too much of your time. Feel free to pause the video at any time, rewind and catch up, and make it at your own pace. The only reason I speed up the video is just to condense it, because I can take a really long time doing this and your time is precious and I value that. I also try not to overly speed up the tutorial so it's not too fast and you can still see what I'm doing. Alright, so coming in with PC941. Now, because we've got a base layer, I'm not going to worry too much about how many layers I need. I've got already quite a nice amount of layers. But what I am going to do is just improve on this and really make it come out and pop. So if I come in with my midtone, which is dark brown PC946, and then my Espresso PC1099 for my very deep shadows. And then if I really want to deepen it, I can add in some black. So I'm going to do some black in here for these shadowed areas. PC946. Okay, now I'm taking in some PC941. And I'm also going to bring out some PC914 cream just to help me with lightening up some of these highlighted areas and keeping them nice and blended. PC1099. PC941. PC914. PC1099. PC946. PC941. PC941. I'm just going to put a very light layer of PC941 so I've got something to blend. Then I bring in PC914. PC946. PC1099. PC941. PC914, PC941, PC946, PC914, PC941, PC941, PC946, PC914, PC946, PC1099, PC914, PC914, PC946, 941. PC 946, PC 1099, PC 914, PC 1099, PC 946, PC 935, PC 946, nine 914, PC 946, okay, and that is how we build up the log side of our page. And I will do the rest of the log off camera because it's pretty much the same principle. And now I'm going to move on and show you how we are going to do the rock. So for the rock, we are going to use bronze, PC 1028, ginger root for highlights, PC 1084, and for our shadows, PC 1054, which is a 50% warm gray. So I'm going to first go in and put all my shadows. And all I'm wanting to do is use the Prismacolors just to deepen up these rocks. And smoothen out any blends. I don't really need to press hard. These are just working very well for me. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in my bronze, and I'm going to go over my shadowed areas and out. Now bronze is a color I actually don't normally color with, but when I looked at the picture of the axolotls in the fish tank and picked up some of the colors on the rock, I did find that the bronze was a very good match. So even though I'm not a fan of the metallic pencils in any coloring set, I think sometimes they do have their place and they can combine with other pencils to create a very beautiful effect. So it's more, I wouldn't say like hating metallic pencils so much as it is learning to recognize when the shade of color will benefit you in a coloring page and how to blend and use it with your other colors. Now I don't use this bronze pencil to color bronze. I confess that I actually don't have a color scheme for bronze. I've only just recently branched out of gold into more silver. So that is something that I need to work on, is creating more of a color combo for the different types of metals that we get. And that's the thing with colored pencils. You want to blend your pencils and create color combinations, because that is what's going to really give them your picture depth. It's going to give your picture character. It's also going to help you create more of a realistic or lifelike look. Whereas if you just find the color you're looking for and use that, you risk, in my humble opinion, you risk having your picture look more two-dimensional instead of 3D and lifelike. Now, if that is an effect that you are after and you want, then absolutely go for it. For me, I like to add depth to my pictures. I like to play with color combinations. And in doing so, I need to force myself to be more out there and willing to try different color combos. So colored pencils, whether you use Prismacolors, Polys, Artesas, Black Widows, whether you use Brute Funis, Color, Shuttle Arts, Sucolor, whatever pencil brand you use, colored pencils are designed to be layered on. So you put down one color, you put down another color, and you build up your different colors. And it really works to create deep color, deep shadows, deep highlights, and that's what makes your picture very believable. And it draws attention, it draws the viewer's attention to your piece. Now if you look here on this section here, it's actually creating a depth here, so that this face of the rock is facing outwards. So you know, you also want to look at sometimes your coloring pictures and see, well, what elements have we got here? We've got ovals, we've got a bit of triangles, but largely ovals. So this is an oval shape. Now if I create a 3D effect, it's going to create this section here. So if I just quickly show you, if I create an oval, and if I want to make it 3D, I'm going to draw a line down here, and I could connect it to another shape here, maybe a thinner oval. Now that is what this 3D effect is, what makes the picture look lifelike and rock-like. It's not because it's just an oval stacked on top of another oval. You need to, so your picture, your coloring pages are made up of various lines, curves, and shapes. So if you get a line, you can get a curve, you can get dots, you get short strokes, which is your hatching, you get cross hatching. Okay, now if you look on Kerby Rosanes' books, he's using cross hatching here and a bit of hatching here. He's used shapes here, so there's an oval shape. This shape here is a bit of a triangle, so you can see there's slightly triangles, but what he's done is he's creating ovals layered upon ovals, and that's what's creating this. See, here's another oval, there's your shadowed area, there's the connecting piece like I showed you here. So there's your oval connecting piece here, it's that line there and that line there, and then he's got his other oval coming over here. All right, now when you draw, you're interpreting the shapes. You'll move the shape around so it's not a flat oval shape, or you give it character, but those are the fundamentals of drawing. If you look here, there's another oval within another oval. Okay, so when you're seeing that, that's why we want to create this section darker than this bit, because this is the face of your shape, and it's going to be facing more where the light is going to be hitting. So we're going to color that one brighter and these ones brighter, but in here I'll come and put a bit of shadow in there because that's coming away, and I'll blend it out. Now when I blend it out, I'm blending my shadow and my highlights into each other, and that's also going to help with my making my picture more believable. So when you understand that your coloring pages are made up of shapes and lines and curves and a variety of ways of drawing, it will guide you to creating your picture more realistically. Now that's just very basic, I suppose you could say, where you've got your plant on top of your rock. Your plant will be blocking a bit of the light in these deeper places here, so we'll add a bit of shadow there. You could even pick up a bit more gray, and you could really, because the light isn't going to reach inside those little crevices, but you blend it out with your midtone, and you're creating a believable look to your page. Now this is slightly out here, which is a shadow coming out. Okay, and then I would take my ginger root, which is my highlight, and it's the closest I could get to the shade that I used for the Inktense, and I can blend that out, and this is where you would layer so that you don't blend away your midtone or your shadow. And then you would come in here, and this is going to catch quite a bit of your highlight here on top here, but that is slightly blocking it, so you're not going to get a very big highlight there. You may even want to use an even lighter color than ginger root for your highlighted area. You may want to use some cream or possibly even some eggshell. So I'm just very lightly bringing in this bronze, and I'm going to blend it out with my ginger root and hope that that makes it a little bit darker. Okay, and then you've got your shadow area, which you use grey for. Oh, sorry, there goes the thunder. So we're actually having thunderstorms. And considering that we've got a drought, I'm hoping that we get enough water to really get rid of this drought. Had some very, very hot days, and I have never seen England as dry as it has been lately. We went to the beach on Monday. I took the boys to meet up with my grand from America and my parents. And the playground by this beach that we went to was, the grass was dead except for some weeds. And it was like an extension of a desert or something. It's just such a sorry, sad state. So I'm really hoping that we get some good rain. And I think of the farmers, and my heart just goes out to the poor farmers. They've got, their livelihood is being affected by this lack of rain, and then they need the right rain so that they can carry on with their farming. And yeah, it's a really tricky situation for them and for a lot of people. So now I'm just going to alternate between my bronze, and I hope that sharing with you a bit more about how drawing composition works and how it affects the way we can color a bit more realistically, or at least create that depth and to our pictures. I hope that that is helpful. If you have any questions, please go to the comments and let me know any questions you would have. If you have any specific things you would like me to do a tutorial for, I'm very happy to do so. I just need you to let me know in the comments. If you enjoy these tutorials, if you do find them helpful, please do like, comment and share. It all just goes to helping my channel grow. The whole point of the channel is to be an encouragement to others, as well as to grow and cover my hobby, so that my hobby can grow and I can learn more and afford the different things that we love to experiment and play with. Alright, I'm going to speed up the video and I'll come back when this is finished and we can carry on with the next part. part of this page. So I will see you in a bit.